TGR News, broadcasting from the State of Israel.
Welcome back to TGR News.
Hello, hello.
Well, this week we had two holidays. Israel does something amazing. We had Memorial Day for all the fallen soldiers, and then at the night, in the evening, in Israel, the day starts and ends on sunset, not at midnight. And then at sunset, immediately started Independence Day. So we have a very heavy feeling and sad day of Memorial Day, and then when the sun goes down, boom! It's a drastic change from being sad to celebrating the birthday of our country. 74 years this year. When it's Memorial Day, just like in Holocaust Day, they have the sirens go off, and everyone stops in the middle of the road and stands and gives respect for 2 minutes during the siren. It really is something special here, the way Israel does it. We actually went to Independence Day party to the Minister of Communication, Yoaz Hendel. He always does a good party for celebrate independence. It was a great week, but in that aspect. But let's get into what you guys always used to here in the beginning of TGR News. And that is, you guys are a blessing to all the people here in Israel that we're able to feed. And this week, you see, I went shopping with Mama. And it was Mama always loves going. Usually she's busy with other things, but this week it was good. We took her and passed out the food to all the people. And it is all thanks to you guys. Like I say every week, because it is true. It's 100% true. You guys are the people who are making it happen with your wonderful donations to this wonderful cause, feeding the people here in the state of Israel. It's really something special, and I am just so happy to be a part of it. I'm so thrilled that God gave us this mission to do, and you guys are confirming it by your donations, and it's just so wonderful. It really is. And I'm sure we'll grow and we'll continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. All once again, thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
So, Ola, I say we get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. We'll start off with news from Russia. Russia had changed tactics and gave up on Kiev and took to take the whole country of Ukraine. In the meantime, they concentrated on the eastern part of the country, and they still are not able to get the job done. It's amazing. Now America is backing up Ukraine with all the weapons they can take. America said, we'll just give you however much you can take. Whatever you need, we'll give. It's amazing. While saying that they will continue until Ukraine is victorious. Mm-hmm. I wonder what Putin is going to do. I really do.
Only Putin knows what he wants to do. Yeah, but it looks like his plans just fell, like crashed.
Yeah, it's amazing how we know he's unstable.
Yeah.
And it's a scary situation to have an unstable man be put in a position where the entire world now sees that you're not very strong, like people thought you was.
Yeah.
And so it's a scary situation. It really is.
Yeah. His ego hurts, and we don't know what he's capable of. Yeah.
Exactly.
The relationship between Israel and Russia is on the rocks. After Israel made strong statement against Russia's action in Ukraine, the Kremlin released a statement saying Israel is supporting neo-Nazi acts from the Ukrainians.
Yeah, they called us neo-Nazis.
Oh, I noticed that they call neo-Nazis everybody who don't agree with them. Or this is a strong word that we know.
We know
Jews
way too well.
Exactly what it is.
Last week was
they use it. Yeah, and they just use it like that for everybody who don't disagree with them or something.
Yeah, last week was Holocaust Day, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but it like you said, it's the relationship between Israel and Russia is getting pretty bad. But I'm not worried about that. But we'll see how that turns out. At the beginning of, well, now we'll get back to Israeli news. At the beginning of the week, Prime Minister Bennett's wife received a letter that had a bullet and threats on her son's life. Then they had reminders. They said 3 bullets. It was 1 bullet in the thing, but there was a reminder saying it only takes 3 bullets, meaning the giving a reference to the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin. It was, it's no secret on this channel
It's
and you
not
guys
like
that I don't like Bennett, but there's ways to do things and there's ways not to do things.
Of course.
And the way to do it is to talk and to voice your opinion, and most importantly, voice your opinion at the polls when it's time to vote.
Exactly.
The Shabak made a change. Our Shabak is our Israeli FBI that deals with internal threats and stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly terroristic threats and stuff. They made a change in how they dealt with internally with Arab attacks this past week. Now they have a special unit for Arab attacks. This unit is also working on the case of what we just talked about, Bennett's family's threats.
Threats, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they need to get a hold of that. But I think it was a good move they did where the Shabak made a special unit only for terroristic attacks.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you the truth, I didn't know they didn't have up until now. I was surprised to hear it that now it's a new thing that they have.
Yeah.
So to me, it sounds like good news.
Yeah, me too. It's only been a week since the Minister of Finance, Lieberman, lowered the gas prices here in Israel by half a shekel.
Wow.
Now price is going back up.
Yeah.
We were talking about it a few times that the prices went up and again and again and again, and then finally Lieberman decided to lower the price of the taxes
by half a shekel.
Yeah, so by half a shekel. So we have a little breathing room, but now it's going up again. Bad news for people like us who traveling and
making videos and using the truck to go and feed people.
Yeah,
absolutely, it's a good point, Ola. Well, on Holocaust Day this past week, the hundreds of Arabs, and the reason it was only hundreds is because you can't fit thousands. Okay, were flying the Hamas flag and burning the Israeli flag and chanting "Death to the Jews" at the Temple Mount. And like I said, the only reason it was hundreds and not thousands is because Temple Mount's really not that big of a place, so they couldn't fit anymore. It was packed. And
it shows beyond any doubt that the sacred place, holy place, for them is just agenda to prove that they hate Israel and how they support Hamas terror organization.
Yes, they were chanting death to Israel, and when the people were talking and being videoed and put up on social media, they just flat out said what we all know. They just said that they don't believe that Jews, we have the right to have a country here. They don't believe that we have the right to exist at all.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're chanting death to the Jews.
Exactly.
Burning the Israeli flag on the Temple Mount and flying the Hamas flag.
Yeah.
On Holocaust Day.
Yeah. And now they're saying after Ramadan ends, they still don't want to see any Jews in the Temple Mountain. Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
That's just...
so sad.
Yeah. On Shabbat, 2 Arab terrorists drove up to a guard booth where a young engaged couple in their 20s were on guard.
Yeah.
The terrorist opened fire and the man jumped in front of his fiancée, saving her life, but he was killed, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're in their early 20s, young couple on guard together at night in outside of Ariel, which is in Judea and Samaria. Wow. It was sad. It was sad. He like Ola said, he jumped in front of the bullets, the terrorists that pulled up on their guard booth and started firing to save her. He did. He saved her, and he died in the process. So sad. Yeah, and they were a young couple headed out to get married.
Yeah.
Well, an Iranian agent was caught in Turkey by the Mossad. He had orders to kill an Israeli diplomat. Not no one specific, just he had orders to kill a diplomat, an Israeli diplomat. Yeah. He said that he had also had orders to kill an American general when he was questioned by Israeli Mossad over there. And this is a Iranian agent that he had orders from above to go and hit America and Israel in Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nasrallah is the head of Hezbollah in the north in Lebanon. He made a speech saying that the terrorist attacks that are happening in Israel are blessed. He blessed them. He gave him his approval.
Yeah.
He called for all the Israeli Arabs to get armed with a gun, knife, bomb, or whatever they can, then to go to the streets of Israel to kill as many Jews as possible. It's a nice guy, huh?
Yeah.
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 Good neighbor.
We can go and negotiate with him. Maybe, yeah. That's what they're trying to make us do, right?
The people of Lebanon, we've talked about it before. Lebanon, in history and now, the people of Lebanon are a peaceful people, don't want war, don't want terrorism, don't want the destruction of Israel, and they've just fallen into the hands of these evil people, Hezbollah. Hezbollah is a party in the government. It's Hizbah and Allah. It's two words. Hezbollah. It's Hizbah is party, as in government party, and Allah is God. So it's God's party. That's the name of the Hezbollah. That's what Hezbollah means. And they just fall into the hands of these evil people and can't get rid of them. And they've destroyed the country of Lebanon.
We even talked about it before, how when they've been asked, they say, we want Israeli to take over.
Yeah.
To come and take over because we
Lebanon used to be like Beirut. Many years ago had a nickname of being called the Paris of the Middle East because it was a booming city, beautiful city. People would come, the marina right there on the Mediterranean, and it was a beautiful city. And anyway, Hezbollah has ruined that. In the past few weeks, 16 Israelis were killed and many injured, while Arabs called for the death of Jews at the Temple Mount. After all of this, one of our left-wing politicians in the coalition said that he thinks that we were able to pass the Muslim holiday Ramadan this past month fairly quietly and in all things considered. I cannot believe that he said that. I think he even made a mistake. Correct me if I'm wrong. He made a mistake in his speech. He even said no Israelis were killed.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the minister. Well, I'll tell you who was talking about it. It was the minister of internal security. Think
about the family of who died last week.
Of 16
one
people,
of the 16
dude,
families,
hundreds injured.
Yeah, and they just see that. Oh, we was okay during this Ramadan. Nothing really bad happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe some people. They just amaze me. They in the head of of Israel. They're talking to the press. They're supposed to know what they say.
Supposed to know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Anyway, it was But anyway, you have anything to say?
Just thank you again. It was a sad week, and we remembered all the soldiers that have been killed, injured, also terror acts.
Also terrorist people who fall for terrorist acts.
And many families here in Israel, they lose loved ones or lose or injured in many wars and many... there's no free freedom. There's price for our freedom, for our country.
Absolutely.
That's. I just wanted to say that it was sad week, but Israel is very good about remembering and giving the respect and really trying.
Jews in general. That's most of our holidays is to remember things.
Yeah. So and thank you again for helping us with our mission.
Absolutely,
with our,
amen.
Blessed thing that we're helping the hungry.
Well, well, we appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos with everyone you know. And once again, like Ola said, thank you so much. And if you're not yet, think about it, pray about it. Join us on thegoldenreport.com. Until next week.
Bye-bye.
God bless.